everyone, so today we're going to be chatting about my fake tan routine, and I'm somebody who loves fake tan. I wear it all year round, not just in the summer, and I think I've gotten to a stage where I'm pretty confident at applying it and how it goes on. I do chop and change with different products, which sometimes can cause fake tan to not go on as well, but I'm going to share with you my top products and just my general routine on how I keep tanned all year long. So one thing to note firstly is that I do very much feel like I look better with a tan. I personally think that most people do, but it's not a necessary thing, and if you don't like being tanned and you're happy to just be your natural shade, then that's great too. I just think my natural shade makes me look a bit tired, so I prefer being a bit tanned. I think it just suits my complexion a little bit better. Now I tan probably 2 to 3 times a week if I'm being lazy too, if I'm keeping on top of it, and in the summer months it does tend to be more often than just 2 times a week. It'll usually kind of be 3. Now in terms of prep, which is very, very important, I always make sure to like exfoliate my face and use face masks and that kind of thing beforehand. I don't use anything specific, I just chop and change with what I'm using, but I always do make sure that I exfoliate. Then in terms of exfoliating my body, I'll usually use a dry body brush first and then shower or bath and scrub with either the Soap and Glory Pulp Friction Scrub or the Cocoa Brown Tough Stuff Scrub. This is really good for getting old fake tan off. This is a little bit more gentle, but you want a scrub that isn't oily, because that will stop the tan adhering to your skin. So both of these are really, really good. They're really cheap as well. I think that one was like £6 and that's not far off. So really, really like those and get really scrubby. One other tip I've got for you is if you have any areas where your fake tan has collected in a slightly unpleasant way, so sometimes it can be like elbows, inner elbows, that kind of area, go in when you're in the shower or in the bath with a flannel, just a wet flannel, and gently scrub away at it. Nothing gets it off as good as that does. You don't need any of those tan erasers or anything like that. They get it off beautifully, so I love that. Then in terms of kind of prep for like moisture before I put fake tan on, I'm starting with this, and then I'll kind of get on to what I use to maintain my tan, so bear with me. I know people might be thinking, well, what do you do first? Do you moisturise? I'll moisturise in the morning, like a normal moisturiser on my face and on my body, and then in the evening I'll scrub like that, and I'll apply, are you quite done now, tractor? I'll apply some moisturiser to the areas that need it, so elbows, inner elbows, here, in between your fingers, this kind of area, knees, feet, ankles particularly. Anywhere that's dry, I'll apply a bit of moisturiser. At the moment I'm using this one, which is the Tropez Tan Enhancing Moisturiser. This is actually really, really good because you want something that's not very oily, that will kind of moisturise but not interfere with your tan. So I'll do that. And then once I've gotten out of the bath shower on my face, you cannot moisturise your face if you want a deeper tan. I just find that on my face I need to moisturise a little bit first before I tan, so I will moisturise all of my face. And the best thing I found for that is this, which is from Organic Surge. I don't even know if they make this anymore. I got it from TK Maxx, but it's the Blissful Daily Moisturiser. I think you can buy Organic Surge now in Holland and Barrett, can't you? But it's a water-based cream. You can see I've only got a tiny bit left, and it just moisturises but won't interfere and kind of give your skin any oiliness. I really, really like the texture of this actually. If I should show you a bit of my hand. It's a really, really nice texture. It's just really thin, so it kind of rubs in really quickly and soaks in. Like you can see there's not like any residue or anything. It's a really nice kind of formula. So really, really like that on my face. Then I will go in with whatever fake tan I've chosen. So I'm going to show you a few that I've been playing around with, and then I'll tell you my absolute favourite one. I've been playing around with these two, which are the Superdrug Solait. So I always want to call it Sultan, but that's Boots' range, isn't it? This is the Solait Mousse Dark Tan. And this is the Tanya whitebits dark tan. I always go for the dark ones because my skin's naturally that tiny bit darker, and I feel like they show up better on me. If I use anything that's like too light, there's no point. And it's a fat putting fake tan on. You don't want to kind of mess it up. But I definitely do always tan at night. I never do it in the morning. I don't understand how people do that. Some people like get up and get dressed and like with their tan on and go about their day, the smell would kill me. I don't think I could do it. But yeah, this one, I really like the colour that it gives you on application. It's a beautiful colour. It's really like warm and kind of like glowy, and it's tinted. It's really dark when it's tinted, so you look super dark before you shower it off in the morning. The only thing is it stays tacky for bloody ages. Like literally, you can leave it on for like 4 hours and it's still tacky to the touch, which isn't the most pleasant. If the colour that it gave once you rinsed off was as dark as the guide colour, I would put up with that because the colour is beautiful. But unfortunately, once you rinse it off, it's not as dark, which is a bit disappointing. But nonetheless, it's a nice product and it's really cheap. It's like £3 or something. The Tanya whitebits dark one, that dries a little bit quicker. The colour's not as dark. I don't know if they do a darker than dark shade. I need to ask the lady if they do a darker than dark shade, because I want to try that. But this one is nicely dark. It goes on nicely. It dries quickly. It gives a nice colour. It's very olivey though, which I used to really like, but more and more lately I'm feeling like I like ones that are a little bit warmer in tone. Don't know why, I think especially in the summer I tend to sort of like that as well, but I do like it when I have been using it. But my all-time favourite tan, I think ever is this one, and it's the Cocoa Brown Extra Dark shade. This is what I used last night, and the reason I love this, it's really cheap. It's £6. It is hard to get hold of. Primark seems to be the best place that always stocks it in my opinion, which is random. You can leave it on for 1 hour. I don't, I sleep in it. It says it lasts up to 7 days. That's another thing I want to mention. Fake tan doesn't last very long on me. Something about my skin just sort of sheds quite quickly. I'm like a snake, and fake tan doesn't last very long on me, but this does last pretty well on me. I love the tone. It's so easy to apply. It's a tinted mousse, but it's quite a kind of, it's quite a dry mousse, and I got my sister to use this, and she said that she wasn't sure if she liked the texture because she felt it's so fast drying it was harder to blend, but I like that. I hate that sticky feeling, it's just yucky. And this is the tan I've got on right now. So I fake tanned last night, and that's the colour that it is. I love the colour that it is actually. If I show you, chest is always a tricky area for me. It's always the area where I don't go very tan no matter what I do, which is a bit annoying. And then like feet and places like that, it's fine. You can see on your hands it's not too bad. I do the trick of like using a makeup wipe here just to get rid of any residue, but to apply it, what I'll do is I always use a mitt. This one is actually from Cocoa Brown just because this was the one I had. My favourite mitt actually is in the wash because I used it last night. It's a Cocoa Brown like padded one that has my name on it. That was a PR gift, and I just like it because it has my name on it, if I'm being honest. But once I've moisturised all the important areas, I'll then put a pump of fake tan on my mitt and then proceed to apply it. Now what I do is I start at my feet, so my legs. So I'll do my legs first, then whatever residue I've got left over on the tan, I'll swipe it over my feet to just give them a little bit of colour, carry on to my upper thighs, then do kind of like bum thigh area, then do my stomach, then do my boobs and chest. I always make sure actually that I do apply an extra amount on sort of like the shoulder area, because I feel like I've got a nude bra on because I've got a wet t-shirt. Sorry, it's really yucky, isn't it? But yeah, I always make sure I put an extra amount on the shoulder because I feel like when you wear a bra and stuff, that kind of rubs it off a bit. And then do my arms last. So I'll just do my whole arm, and you want to do it in kind of sweeping movements rather than like circular motions. So sweep it all over my whole arm, and then whatever's left on the mitt I'll do quickly there, and whatever's left on the mitt last, after I've done my chest and all of that and like everywhere, I'll take over my face. And what I do that's really important is I always make sure that my hair's up, and I'll make sure to kind of get in my hairline a little bit, go along my ears, put some underneath your chin, that kind of thing, to just give it a really even look. And it works really well for me. Like, it literally doesn't take me long either, probably about like 10 minutes and you're done. So good. And then I'll sleep in it. Then 2 other mentions for things, because I think people are going to ask me. People always recommend either Tropez or moritz. Tropez I really do like, but I don't like their original formula particularly. I don't find it dark enough for me. I really like the Express Tan. The only problem I have with it is it's not one that you can leave on overnight. It's one that kind of is slightly more water activated, so you do have to apply it and then shower, and then you'll wake up with a tan, which is nice if you don't want to get your bed sheets yucky. really like the packaging of it, but I can't always be asked to shower. And what I'll do is I'll just wear really skanky pyjamas. I have like fake tan pyjamas, and my boyfriend knows when it's fake tan night because of the state of my pyjamas. And I don't mind that much if it comes off from my pillow. Like, I've changed my bedding once a week anyway, it's fine. The other one people always recommend is moritz. Now, I used to be a big fan of moritz, and I don't know what happened, but every time I use it lately, I don't like it. I picked up the spray version in dark because I used to really like this, and I wasn't massively impressed. I am going to give it another go. I did kind of spray it rather than... No, did I spray it? Or maybe I did it with a mitt. Maybe I need to spray it and see how I get on. I'll do it like that. And then I did also use the dark mousse at my sister's, and I really didn't like it. Like, I didn't feel like I had any colour at all from that one. I did used to really like the 1 to 3 hour one that they do. I am going to repurchase that one very soon to try, because I think that I might get on better with that one, because I seem to remember that one being better for me. In fact, actually thinking about it, a lot of these formulas I like tend to be those kinds of formulas. Don't know why, but yeah, that's my 2 pennies worth on moritz. I don't know, I just feel like the formula for mousse, it feels like a really cheap formula. It feels like soapy, and I'm not that into it. Then in terms of maintenance, so I wake up in the morning with my guide colour still on, I'll shower. Now, a lot of people will tell you to shower with tepid water and to not use soap. I don't do that. That might be why my tan doesn't last as long as it does on other people, but I'm not going to shower with soap, because you rinse the guide colour off and you still smell like fake tan, and it's just a bit yucky. I will still put shower gel on and do all of that, and then I will moisturise. I'll use something light. Don't use an oil, because that does start to strip your tan back very quickly. I won't do that. I'll just use a nice light moisturiser. Then in terms of maintaining my tan, after I fake tanned every night, I have been using this to just amp my tan up in the summer months. This is the Dove Medium to Dark Summer Glow. I love this stuff. It smells beautiful. It smells like peaches. Oh, I've chipped my nail polish. I only did it last night. It's annoying. Yeah, it doesn't smell like fake tan. It's got really nice fresh scent. Doesn't stain your pyjamas. Doesn't make you feel yucky. Moisturises your skin and just gives your tan that little bit of added glow, which I really appreciate. So that is a great maintenance step. For my face, how I maintain my tan, because your face doesn't cling onto tan as easily, because obviously you're washing your face more and that jazz. I've been using these, which I love. They're the sun drops from Tropic skincare. I'll show you the colour of them. So they're kind of these like dark caramelly colours, and you can basically mix them with any serum or moisturiser of your choice, and they just give you a nice bit of a glow. They don't give you like a full-on tan, it's just a little bit of a glow, but it's still really, really nice, and I definitely need it if I'm using acids or that kind of thing, because it resurfaces your skin, so it takes your tan away. And my face is naturally a lot lighter than my body, because I always wear sunscreen on my face. Usually what I'll do as well is, after I've fake tanned my face, just before I go to bed, I'll give it a quick spritz with this Garnier Intense No Streaks bronzer. Just a quick little spritz, just to give me a bit more colour. And that's it. It sounds like quite a kind of elaborate fancy thing, doesn't it? I do sometimes do the thing where I'll apply it with a brush on my hands and face and that kind of thing, but to be honest, I then think, oh, I have to wash that brush. And I'm going to wash the mitt anyway, so I just kind of, I do this. You have to move your face while you do it. Works well for me. Yeah, I'm perfectly happy with my tanning skills and results. We are at 14 minutes now, so I'm probably going to go, because I feel like I've chatted for an unnecessarily long time. But I hope this video is helpful for you. Let me know if you have any fake tanning tips as well. Sorry I'm not like in an outfit that you can really see that I'm really tan today. It's actually, it's weird weather today. It was chilly this morning when I went out. Then I was really hot, and now it's gone chilly again, so it's a bit all over the place. But I am wearing white to kind of bear in mind as well. On camera you never look as tanned as you are in real life. I am quite tanned today. My boyfriend's really tanned from when we were on the beach, like naturally tanned, and I said to him, you look really tanned, and he was like, so do you. I was like, yeah, mine's fake, but it's safer for you, so whatever. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any recommendations for tanning products. I want to try the Isle of Paradise range. I need to go to Boots and get some of those. I've been so busy lately with stuff, I haven't had time to like go and have a proper like nose and Boots. I really need to. Yeah, Isle of Paradise I need to try. There's a few other things I need to try. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon. Bye.